You are here, but you are not. You are walking, talking, moving through the days, but you are a ghost in the machine of your own body. You are a spectator, watching a movie of your own life, projected onto a screen that is miles away. The world seems distant, wrapped in a thin layer of cellophane, the colors slightly muted, the sounds muffled, as if coming from behind a thick pane of glass. You see your hands, but they do not feel like your own. You hear your own laughter, but it sounds like an echo. You feel an emotion, but it is a faint, distant tremor, not a powerful wave. There's a quiet, persistent, and terrifying hum of unreality that follows you everywhere, and you have a name for it. You call it being a zombie. You are not lazy. You are not broken. And you are not going crazy. You are simply running an emergency shutdown protocol that has been active for far too long. This is the truth of the zombie state. It is not an absence of life. It is a defense against it. It is a primitive, powerful, and deeply intelligent survival mechanism activated by a mind that has decided, at some point in your past, that it is no longer safe to feel. Think of your mind as a house, equipped with the most sophisticated alarm system in the world. This system is designed to protect you from danger when it senses a threat, a real, tangible threat. It is supposed to sound the alarm, flooding your body with the energy to fight or to flee. But what happens when the threat is not a predator in the wild, but the very environment you live in? What happens when the danger is a constant, low-grade stress? An unresolved trauma from your past? An emotional wound that never truly healed? The alarm never stops ringing. Day after day, year after year, the bell of anxiety clangs and clangs until the system can no longer bear the noise. And so, to protect itself from a complete meltdown, your brain does the only thing it can do. It cuts the wires. It blows the main circuit breaker. It plunges the entire house into a state of emergency power. A quiet, dim, and disconnected state. This is a zombie mode. It is your brain's last-ditch effort to save you. It has muted the world to protect you from the pain. It has numbed your emotions to shield you from the overwhelming anxiety. The system that was designed to be your guardian has, in its desperation, become your jailer. The fortress has become a prison, and you have been living inside this quiet, gray prison for so long that you have forgotten what the sun feels like. The tragedy is this: the danger may be long gone. The trauma may be a distant memory, but no one ever told your brain. The old alarm system is still running on outdated software. It is still scanning the world for a threat that no longer exists, and in its hypervigilance, it is keeping you disconnected from the very life you are trying to live. This is why you cannot simply snap out of it. This is why willpower and positive thinking have failed you. You cannot command a terrified security guard to stand down. You cannot yell at an alarm system to stop ringing. You are fighting the very mechanism that is trying to protect you, and that is a war you will never win. The path back is not a battle. It is a negotiation, a slow, patient, and compassionate process of convincing your own mind that it is finally safe. Safe to reconnect. Safe to come back online. Safe to feel again. This is the great, courageous work of your life. It is a journey from the gray, muted world of the spectator, back to the vibrant, high-definition, and sometimes painful reality of being a full participant in your own existence. It begins not with fight, but with a simple, profound act of acceptance. The acceptance that this state is not a flaw, but an adaptation, a brilliant, albeit outdated, survival strategy. You have accepted this state, not as a life sentence, but as a scar from a battle you have already survived. And with that acceptance, you can begin the slow, deliberate, and sacred work of coming home to yourself. The negotiation begins. The first step is to learn the language of your own emotions. For years, your brain has treated your feelings as a threat, a surge of anger, a wave of sadness, a jolt of fear. These were the signals that preceded the pain, the signals that forced the system to shut down. Your journey back to life requires you to gently, patiently, teach your mind that these feelings are not dangerous. They are simply information. They are messengers. You must become the compassionate parent to your own inner child. When a feeling of anxiety arises, you do not fight it. You do not numb it. You turn towards it. You listen. You place a hand on your own heart and you say, silently or aloud, I hear you. I feel you. I know you are scared. Thank you for trying to protect me. But right now, in this moment, we are safe. This is a practice of emotional validation. It is the single most powerful act in building a new, secure relationship with yourself. You are telling the terrified guard at the gate of your own heart that you are now the one in charge, and you will not abandon them. As you practice this internal diplomacy, you must simultaneously begin to repair the wires that connect you to the physical world. The zombie state is a state of profound disembodiment. You live in your head, a ghost floating a few inches behind your own eyes. You must anchor yourself back into the reality of the present moment. This is the work of grounding. It is the art of feeling your feet on the floor, of paying attention to the simple, undeniable sensation of your breath moving in and out of your body. This is not a passive meditation. It is an active feat of neuroelectric engineering. With every conscious breath, you are a lineman, climbing the pole in the midst of a storm and reconnecting the cut wires, the wire between your mind and your body, the wire between your body and the solid earth beneath you. Feel the texture of the clothes on your skin. Notice the temperature of the air. Listen to the sounds of the room without judgment. These are not trivial exercises. They are powerful acts of reconnection. Each sensation you consciously acknowledge is a new data point you are feeding to your broken alarm system, a piece of evidence that proves that the present moment is real and it is safe. You are slowly, patiently telling your brain, the danger is over, the war is done, you can come home now. And as you become more grounded, you must also become a detective. You must begin to map the minefield of your own triggers. What are the specific thoughts, the specific people, the specific situations that cause your system to flare up, that make you want to disconnect? You must observe these moments, not with fear, but with a calm, scientific curiosity. When you feel that familiar jolt of anxiety, that sudden urge to retreat into gray fog, you must learn to pause and ask, what just happened? Was it a critical thought about yourself? Was it the tone of someone's voice? Was it the pressure of an impending deadline? You are not doing this to blame or to avoid. You are doing this to understand. You are gathering intelligence. Each trigger you identify is another faulty, outdated sensor in your alarm system that you can now consciously choose to recalibrate. You are learning the old software so that you can begin to write a new code. A code based not on the fears of the past, but on the reality of the present. This entire process of validating your emotions, of grounding yourself in the present, of identifying your triggers, is all in service of one grand goal: to build a new foundation of self-trust and inner safety. Your old life was built on the belief that you were fragile and the world was dangerous. Your new life will be built on the growing, undeniable evidence that you are resilient and that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. You are collecting new data, moment by moment, breath by breath, to prove to your own mind that the emergency is over. The shutdown is no longer necessary. And as you provide this new data, day after day, with a patience and compassion that you have never before shown yourself, a quiet miracle begins to unfold. The old, broken alarm system begins to trust the new information. The hyper-vigilant guard at the gate of your heart begins to realize that the war is over. The circuit breaker, which has been tripped for years, is reset. And then, slowly at first, the lights begin to come back on. The color begins to seep back into your world. The gray fog starts to lift, revealing the vibrant, high-definition reality that has been waiting for you all along. You will taste your morning coffee, and for the first time in years, you will truly taste it. You will listen to a piece of music, and you will feel it resonate not just in your ears, but in the very chambers of your soul. You will feel the warmth of the sun on your skin, the embrace of a loved one, the sting of a cold wind, and you will weep with a strange and powerful gratitude for the simple, profound gift of feeling anything at all. This is a journey back to life. It is not a return to a life without pain. It is a return to a life of feeling. You will feel the sorrow, yes, but you will also feel a joy so profound, so real, so magnificent, that it makes the sorrow worthwhile. You are no longer a spectator, watching from a safe, numb distance. You are in the arena. You are on the stage. You are a full participant in the beautiful, terrifying, and sacred drama of your own existence. The zombie is a creature that cannot be harmed, but also cannot be healed. It is safe, but it is not alive. The human being is vulnerable. They can be wounded, but it is only through those wounds that the light can enter. It is only through the capacity for pain that we can experience the capacity for love. You have survived the shutdown. You have honored the brilliant, protective mechanism that kept you safe when you needed it most. Now, you must have the courage to thank it for its service, and to gently, lovingly let it know that its watch is over. The danger is past. The house is secure. It is time to turn the main power back on. It is time to reconnect. It is time to come home. The journey is not a battle. It is a process of patient, compassionate, and courageous self-reclamation. Stop living like a ghost in the machine of your own body. Start the journey back to yourself. Today. Now.